Hey, how's it going? My name is Float, and welcome to my Ironman series. This handsome man right here is Resilient Rob, and he is the first Ironman account that I've ever played on old school RuneScape. I am a very middling RuneScape main account player prior to creating this. I'm pretty much a RuneScape noob, but I'm also not completely unfamiliar with the game. What I am completely unfamiliar with is the Ironman game mode. So essentially, my idea for this series is just for me to kind of learn the game mode as I go, do a lot of things completely unoptimally and wrong, I'm sure, but just kind of learn the mode and document my progress with that and the progress of the account, while also learning how to make a series like this, given it's not really anything I've come close to doing before. So how I would have wanted this series to begin would be me coming straight out of Tutorial Island and showing you every single step along the way, the common way of making a series like this. The problem with that is I had already decided I wanted to rush Temporos and gotten all of the requirements done to do exactly that before I had even decided on making the series. So that was error one. We didn't get to start off of Tutorial Island. And now for the much more tragic part. Let me show you my skills tab. I have 81 fishing on this account. Now you're going to be wondering, what on earth happened? Well, I had begun recording this series. I created an entire first episode, and what that first episode was me grinding to 81 fishing, playing the Temporos boss, I keep wanting to call it a minigame, skilling boss, on repeat, gaining 1,500, more than 1,500 reward points, and then opening them all in one go. I recorded every step of the way. I recorded all the level ups, all the things I'd learned, multiple runs, the entire opening, only to find out that my audio was completely battered throughout the entire recording process. I hadn't properly tested my OBS mic settings, speaking at different volumes, and it means for a large majority of the clips created, my mic is constantly coming in and out because my noise gate was incorrect and stuff like that, and it's just a whole mess. I stayed on that stupid little island for a week and it got really boring, but then we finished the grind. I stayed up far too late one night finishing it up, and all of it's not really worth putting out anymore. So the main things of note that we got from the grind was we got the fishing barrel, which is of course very good. We got the tackle box, which is pretty nice as well, and we got a ton of supplies for different skills, and most importantly, and one of the main reasons why I wanted to do the grind, we got a massive income of food that I could cook. Now that is where episode 1 was meant to end, and I've since been recording episode 2, but you'll never guess what, I have only just today realised that the audio scuffed, having already recorded maybe a few hours worth of my gameplay in order to cut down and put into episode 2. So episode 2 consisted of me cooking up the food that we had gotten from Temporos, not all of it, but creating a nice little stack to start out with and getting to 60 cooking. Then we did a few easy quests in and around Lumbridge, and I went on to, across both mobile and PC, get my agility level up to 38, which is where it sits now. And that brings us to today. I've got a lot of catching up to do. It's going to be hard to remember all of the things that I said during the Temporos grind and during all of the times I recorded clips of commentary for it. I do apologise for how scuffed this series already is, but I think it's probably a good introduction for how the series is going to be. And hey, Resilient is baked right into my character's name, so it is what it is. The entire focus of my account prior to the Temporos grind was getting my fishing level up so that we could do Temporos, and that required me to do Sea Slug. So that explains the 30 fire making and the 25 wood cutting. I was just cutting logs and burning them. Now I was doing that down here, just outside Lumbridge Castle, and there was a highwayman, I think it was, that kept jumping me while I was trying to chop wood. So that is why we have these combat stats. I grinded my combat skills up to be just high enough level that the highwayman stopped attacking me, exclusively to make fire making less annoying. I think I actually only killed chickens, and I buried the bones up to level 10 prayer. The other quests we've done Since finishing the Temporos grind, we've done the Restless Ghost, which is why our prayer level is 14 and not 10. We did Sheep Shearer just for the fun of it, and that explains the amazing level 3 crafting. We did Fishing Contest and Sea Slug to get to Temporos to begin with, and that's pretty much it. That's what we've done on the account. The 38 Agility is something that I've only just gotten post Temporos grind, and the reason why I've gotten this Agility level is because I would quite like to start doing some questing now. And agility and transportation is going to be pretty important for not making me want to blow my brains out doing quests. And here is our bank. I would have already shown you footage of the loot that we got from Temporos, but here's kind of where we're at right now. We just got a lot of loot from Temporos and not much else. A few things I've kept around in case they're useful for quests, but other than that, it's pretty bare. We do now have 30 marks of grace though, meaning we can buy some gloves if we ever get to Birthrobe. So what is this first episode of the account actually going to entail, now that I've explained everything that we've missed so far, which I am very, very sorry about? My plan as of right now is I have a couple of goals, and they're not laid out particularly well. We're kind of just improvising out here. I would like some magic levels, so that transportation is an option, and just for questing in general, it will be helpful. I also want some prayer levels because getting overheads is obviously very important in the early game. So what I have decided to do is that I have decided to head to Ardoyne. The reason I want to head to Ardoyne is twofold. Firstly, I want to get the Ardoyne Easy Diary done. Having the Ardy Cape is pretty important for all Ironmen, as you'll know. Being able to teleport near a fairy cape would be really useful. But also, I've learned from another video series, from a guy, I think he was called Chundler, if I remember correctly, that there's a really good spot there to farm imps for the imp catcher quest, which will give us some magic XP. Magic XP is kind of my top priority right now. I kind of want to get my transport right and then start working on some questing and training, kind of side by side, depending on what I want to do. Also, very high priority for me is unlocking Varlamore and starting to get to work there, because Varlamore has a lot of things that are really good for Ironman, and later down the line I really want to grind Moons of Peril because it was one of my favourite pieces of content on my main. First things first though, I want that Ardy Cape, and that's going to require us to get to level 15 thieving so we can steal some rusty swords. So I am going to pickpocket men up to level 15. This is obviously very much standard practice in almost all Ironman series, but I'm doing it quite a bit later into the account. We already have like 46 hours from the Temporos grind. Ooh, a genie. Hell yeah. Let's chat to this guy. Thank you, brother. I suppose magic is my number one priority right now, but putting an XP lamp into something that's level 4 seems kind of stupid. I mean, we're not even going to get a level up out of that. We'd only get 40 XP, and that just seems kind of stupid. I think that's like a few casts of airstrike that we could just do instead, so I don't see much point in that. I also don't see much point in putting it into the actually higher skills we have, so I think I'm just going to use it on prayer. And that gave us level 15 prayer, so why not? That'll do. Now, I'm kind of conflicted on whether or not I want to let myself die. Level 5, by the way. I'm kind of conflicted on whether I want to let myself die from pickpocketing this man. See, it is kind of standard practice because it doesn't really make much sense to waste food saving yourself from dying to a guy right next to your spawn point anyway. But at the same time, the conversation with death is a little bit tedious. I suppose it's better to get out of the way now though than if there's a time where I'm actually trying to rush back for some loot that I've dropped later on in the game, so why not? We might as well face tank our first death. Screw it, I've changed my mind. I want to see how far into the game we can get without dying. So I am going to go and grab some food and heal up. We're not a hardcore, so there's not really any practical purpose behind this, but I just think it'd be fun to see how far we can get. And we do have some kind of trash food that we can get through post-Temporos grind. I'm just going to eat this bread so I can get this one bread out of my inventory, and then like a little bit of chicken. Okay, we're back to the men, and our first attempt has already failed, which is pretty sick. Okay, so I've accidentally left-clicked this man because I tabbed out and lost the one I was pickpocketing, so I guess I'm just kicking this guy to death now. We got some bones though. Plus 4 prayer XP. You can't stop my grind. This guy's absolutely punching my head in right now. But it's okay because we've hit level 9 thieving, baby. Okay, we're back to 1 HP again, so I'm going to go get more food. And this time, I'm going to bring more than just enough to heal me up to max health. I don't know why I only healed up that and didn't bring any for later. Like, whatever. This guy's being so difficult. I don't know why he won't just let me rob him, you know? Just like, take one for the team, brother. It's important. We need that Artie cloak. Oh, I've clicked. I just came back from the bathroom. I've clicked on the wrong man, so we're adding another murder to our list of charges. Oh, we've got an Earth Talisman from him. That's kind of cool. Break the bones, another 5. Wasn't there 4 last time? Whatever. I'm not really sure how pickpocketing works. It seems like every time this guy fails, I fail like immediately afterwards. I don't know if they become more vigilant after catching you once. Maybe I'll try and pickpocket a different man instead. Nope, that didn't work. I got almost instantly stunned. Sick. Either way, we finally hit our goal of level 15 thieving, so I can stop pickpocketing those stupid dudes and go pickpocket stupid ham members. I'm going to go bank what we've got so far and stock up on food. There we go. Hopefully that'll be enough. Salmon heal's pretty high for the point this account is at right now. But remember where the ham base actually is as well. It's up here, I'm pretty sure, in this old broken down fortress. I always forget you'd have to spam click to pick lock. Cool, isn't that taking us a handful of attempts here? Look at this. Wait, I got a thieving debuff? I didn't even know that was a thing. Whatever, okay. Now we're here. Who is it that we actually have to pickpocket? I think it's the ham members? Let me just double check. Yeah, it's the ham members, so let's get to work on this now. A steel dagger? I think that's probably our best of the slot. I think that's probably better than the bronze sword that we have from Tutorial Island. Haven't really done much combat yet. We got ham robe, which will be pretty useful for the Death to the Dorgashon quest, I think it is. Oh, and some ham boots. Oh, we got kicked out because I failed too many times. Wait, no, not kicked out, put in prison. Okay, kind of forgot this was a thing that could happen. Okay, it wasn't too hard to break out there, luckily. I'm going to put on the ham clothes. I don't know if that like increases our odds, probably not, but it's also kind of trip. We got some purple swag on us, I guess. Oh, level 16 thieving. I kind of, this is going to sound dumb, but I kind of forgot we'd actually be getting XP here as well, because I'm more focused on getting the items we need. Oh, our first rusty sword. Now, it's recommended to get 2 rusty swords so that we are okay if one of them breaks. Because there is a, I believe, 1% chance of that happening in Ardoin, and it would suck to come all the way back here. So I'm just going to quickly get another one, just in case. Oh, I just misclicked and attacked a ham member. And I don't know if I'll be able to beat him without any weapons. Maybe if I hide in here long enough, he'll leave me alone. We cool? We cool, brother? We cool. Okay, okay. Oh, there we go. Second rusty sword. That is very lovely. How do I get out of here again? Up here. So now all we need is some silk, and we're ready to go and do the easy Ardoin quest diary. Achievement diary, not quest diary. Now, I don't know if we can buy silk off the silk merchant and then sell it back to him. I'm honestly not sure if that's a thing or not, but I'm weirdly paranoid that it's not going to be a thing. So I'm going to go buy some silk in Alcarid just to be sure. I'm sure there are probably some seasoned players like laughing at this right now, but I want to be extra sure. And, you know, I did warn you this was going to be a thoroughly unoptimal play through of the Ironman game mode. Okay, so where is the silk trader? Oh, he's just up here. Hello, brother. Do I want to buy any fine silk? Yes, please. 3 GP. Well, this guy buys it for 60 GP, so maybe I'll buy a few just to make a little bit of profit. I know we don't really need this small amount of money that we're going to make from doing this, but why not? It seems fun. Kind of feels in the spirit of the Ironman game mode. It's little things like this that have made me really excited to play this game mode. I never knew this guy was even here, because just why would he matter playing on a main account? If I needed silk for a quest, I'd just buy it off the GE, you know? I'm quite looking forward to learning all the smaller systems that exist in this game as we progress through this game mode. Okay, we've got almost a full inventory, but I don't know if we're going to see anything we want to pick up, or if we have to pick anything up for phases of the easy Ardoin diary, so I'm just going to leave it at this for now. Now, I am wondering if I can use the fishing trawler teleport as I have pretty good fishing levels on this account. And it looks like we can. If I remember correctly, this should spit us out pretty close to Ardoin, which would be mint. Okay, so while I was right, this has brought us fairly close to Ardoin, I have also become aware of the fact that we need to complete the biohazard quest, which I completely forgot about, and we also need to complete rune mysteries to even do this diary, which, whoops. I suppose we better teleport on back and do rune mysteries very quickly. So let's grab our Chronicle, the Varrock teleport, and head back to Lumbridge. Okay, let's go have a little word with Duke Horatio to start the quest. If I remember correctly, we also need to finish this quest to unlock rune crafting altogether as a skill, so we probably wanted to get this done fairly soon anyways. Now for the lovely long jog over to the Wizard's Tower. While we're running over, I'm just looking at the spell book. I'm thinking we want about 45. Level 45 for the Camelot teleport. At least for the time being, I think that would serve us pretty well. We won't really need the Ardoin teleport, given that we're going for the Ardy Cloak. It'd be a nice time saver later in the game, but for now, I'm not that bothered. Actually, what level do you need for the teleport to Valamor? That's a thing, I think. Level 54, we are probably going to want that. Okay, so maybe level 54 will be the goal, we'll see. Alright, now we need to pop over to Varrock. I think we're going to end up coming to this shop quite a lot, given he sells the rune packs. But for now, let's just hand this in and get moving. Okay, now for the rather peak part of this, in that I have no method of teleport back to Lumbridge, so I'm just going to have to do the long walk over to the Wizard's Tower. Can we jump over this agility shortcut? Oh, there we go. The level 38 agility coming in clutch. Let's go. If this footage right here doesn't describe early game RuneScape and particularly early game Ironman, I don't know what does. Look at us. Look at that stroll that we've got going on because we're just completely out of run energy. Okay, we finished the long walk back to the Wizard's Tower. Now it's time to talk to this little archmage here. And just like that, we have completed rune mysteries. Lovely. I don't think we even needed to unlock the rune crafting skill by the looks of it, so I was dead wrong, but whatever. So that's one of the quests we need to do for the Ardy Diary. Now we need to do Biohazard. Okay, it sounds like other than a lot of walking, we don't actually really need to worry too much about doing too many things. Okay, I think we can get a ship to Ardoin. So I'm going to try and do that, as we have wasted our genius method of teleportation that I'd come up with. But there is nothing more motivating than walking like this. I have never wanted to get my magic level up and my agility level up more than I have in this current moment. Okay, let's see where we can chart to. I think Port Khazard? That is the fishing trawler pole. Oh my god, that is deer! Oh no! I kind of thought I was overkilling it a little bit with 1,000 coins, but I guess we better head back to the bank in Draenor? It's Draenor, right? Yeah, Draenor. Ugh, Jesus. Okay, so I waddled back to the bank, picked up 2,000 coins, another 1,000, just in case we have anything else we need to spend money on the way over. And we're going to try and actually make our way over. Okay, and as I thought, we are nice and close to Ardoin. Okay, you know what? While we're here, I am going to quickly do Monk's Friend, because why not? It'll get us some lore runes to start out, which, you know, lore runes are kind of important, and they're going to be quite hard to come by to begin with on this account. We only need some logs and a jug of water for that. So I believe in this general store, we should be able to buy a jug or a jug of water. There we go, one jug, let me buy that. And I'm just going to run to the bank chest and grab my axe so that we can get some logs as well. I'm also going to grab a bucket just in case we need it to get water for the jug. But I think there are other sources. Where are my buckets at? Okay, they're down here in this mysterious section of the bank. I'm not really sure what's going on down here, but I'm going to grab a bucket of... Oh, I already have a bucket of water from Temporos. There we go. Alright, so now we just need to get some logs and we should be all good. Let's quickly chop down the first tree I've seen to get our logs as well, and now we are ready to go and do the entire quest pretty much. And we almost have 100 run energy, so it's a lovely day. Okay, brother Omar, what's up, baby? Let's start this quest up. Okay, so first we need to come down here and grab my guy's blanket very quickly. Oh, these guys are aggro, but I don't think that really matters. I have a decent defense level. Actually, my defense level is 4, so I don't know what I'm talking about, but we're fine. We're fine either way. Okay, so that is the blanket delivered. Now for the next step of the quest, which I can't remember for the life of me. So brother Cedric is completely washed, so we need to get him a jug of water. And now we just need to pass him the logs, which we already have, and we are done with the quest. Let's go and hand it in. I've always loved this bit at the end of the quest where you get turned with brother Omad. I find it cute. I love all the balloons. And that is the quest. Do we get a woodcutting ding? I don't think so, but we do get 8 orange, which is sick. Oh, and we do get some woodcutting levels. Nice. Okay, time to go do biohazard now. Okay, I'm very confused because I can't actually find a gas mask in here. I don't know what I've done wrong. I'm gonna look at the wiki. Okay, in another case of me making embarrassing mistakes, I forgot that I actually need Plague City first. Oh my god, that has quite a list of requirements. We're just gonna try and do the quest and see what we can do. Oh god. We need to go all the way to McGrubber's Wood? Where even is that? That's somewhere around Sears Village here. Oh my god. Oh, I kind of forgot we had to do all this jargon. Alright, let's go get some dwellberries then. Okay, upon looking at the wiki, I have realised we are wildly unprepared for doing this quest. I need to go all the way back to Falador to get near the crafting guild so I can get snape grass. This is a whole situation that I've ended us up in, so oh my god, whoops. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go get the things we need for this quest and then come back. It's okay, I still need to learn how to do quests, okay? I need to learn how to do quests on an Ironman. I'm used to just being spoon-fed everything off of the GE, so it's gonna take a bit of getting used to, but we'll get there, I promise this series will hopefully become less scuffed as time goes on. Now it's time to AFK for 50 seconds while I wait to use my Lumbridge home teleport. Lovely stuff. We're too deep in the trenches now to go back and do things optimally. We're just gonna do things scuffed and do the best we can. Okay, so while we're back in Lumbridge, I'm gonna get milk from the dairy cow here just to get out of the way because we're gonna need milk later in this quest. I'm gonna take 5 buckets. So we've got 1 for the milk, but we also need 4 buckets of water at one point in the quest. So we might as well just grab those here at the sink, because why not? Okay, that's our milk that we need to make the hangover cure. While we're here, I'm going to quickly pop over to Alcarid and just treat myself to a little scimitar, because we don't have a scimitar of any sort yet, and it might be nice to have one in case we have to do combat. Oh, it's Count Chat. What's up, bro? Okay, so once again, we're just going to use this lamp on prayer, because prayer's important and kind of peak to train, so why not? Okay, Zeke, what have you got for us? We can wield a steel scimitar. Whoops, clicked out. 400, that's quite peak, and a mithril scimitar. I think I'm going to go to the bank and get some more money because we'll probably need a mithril scimitar at some point. Actually, now I think about it, we'll probably skip mithril tier equipment altogether doing waterfall quests, so we'll just get the steel simi for now. So that's our first actual weapon on the account. That's pretty exciting. I know you're used to seeing content of people getting like fangs from TOA and stuff, but boom. Scimitar. Steel scimitar. This is, you know, you gotta start off small. Do we have a knife in the bank? We don't have a knife in the bank. Where do you get a knife? Surely you can just get that at the general store in Lumbridge, I'm gonna assume. I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't just happened across a knife so far on this account, but whatever. Okay, let's talk to the shopkeeper and see if he sells knives. He does. Lovely stuff. Okay, let's get one of those. And I'm going to get a chisel while I'm here, because I think it's another kind of random tool that we don't have on the account, and it'd probably be worth having. The last thing we need before going back to Ardoin is the snape grass from outside the crafting guild, so I'm going to slowly but surely waddle over there, grab that, and then we can head back to Ardoin and do the rest of the quest. Okay, here's our snape grass. Lovely stuff. The one other thing we need is chocolate and a rope, but we can get both of those in Ardoin, I'm pretty sure. And it's also been long enough since I originally tried starting this quest that we can use the fishing trawler teleport again to head over to Ardoin, which is lovely stuff. While we're here, we might as well bank our simi. Who knows? Who knows what we might happen across out in the wild? We might get into a crazy bit of combat, some endgame PVM. Who knows? Who knows? So I've just checked the wiki, and apparently we can't actually steal chocolate. We're gonna have to buy it like a good little boy, which is annoying. But I'm sure we'll live. It's probably like 10 gold or something stupid like that. And we've got our rope from the general store. So this is the last thing we need, I do believe, for the next 2 quests, which is quite nice. I would like to buy a little chocolate bar off you, big man. 1 chocolate bar. Now we need to use that knife that we bought on the chocolate bar. I'm really scared of doing this wrong. It's like a simple process, but I'm like terrified because this took so much time to grab all these ingredients. I want to throw that in there and make chocolate milk. And then there we have it. We have the hangover cure. Oh, and I can't even left click to drink on it. I was kind of scared I would find a way to do that as well. Okay, and with all that done, I think we can actually go back and do the quest that we set out to do like 20 minutes ago. Let's have another try of this agility shortcut. Let's hope that we can actually get it for once. Let's hope that we can actually get it again. First try. Oh, get mogged! The guy's level 103 and he failed at that. Okay, so talk to Alarina with the dwellberries. Take a little picture. I'm going to quickly grab this spade next to Edmund, because I do know that we need a spade later in the quest, and I might as well do it now rather than later. Now we use the 4 little buckets of water that we got. And, oh, the spade that I just picked up. I'm like a RuneScape pro. I know these things, okay? Okay, now we have the fabled gas mask that I couldn't work out how to get earlier because I was doing the quest out of order. Sick, there we go. Now we're just going to do whatever the quest requires us to in West Ordoyne over here. I'm going to kind of skip past some of the steps in these quests because there's not much point in making you live through every quest with me. I'm sure you've all probably done these before if you're watching a RuneScape video. I'd just like to point out I have always thought the gas mask model in this game is like comically ugly. It just looks so stupid. Okay, so we just used the hangover cure that we travelled far and wide across Gillinor to chef up. All for a single step in this quest. Suppose this is the beauty of the Ironman game mode. We just we went on a little journey across the whole world just for one tiny little step. We handed it to the guy. That's it. That is what we just did all that for. Okay, and now that we've asked, I think it was Eleanor, her name was, to leave, we have done everything for the quest. Now we just have to go hand it in. Okay, that's if I can find Edmund. Oh, he's right there. He was blending in or something. I don't know why I didn't see him. Okay, and there we go. We have completed Plague City, which means we can actually do Biohazard. Again, something that we should have realised we had to do, but we're going to do it now. And we just went from level 1 to level 15 mining from that one quest, so that's also pretty good. I'm not exactly mad about having to do that quest now that I've realised we get that out of it, because we're going to want mining levels later for when we get to Valamore for our prayer training. Anyway. Oh no, and I got low lift by the river. We've also just unlocked the Ardy teleport scroll, which is quite nice. We're obviously quite far off being able to use it, but it's good to have. Let's deposit all this jargon into the bank and head off and go do Biohazard. And now we can finally get through this mysterious locked door that was causing me so much trouble beforehand. So I'm just going to bomb through this quest here. Again, probably won't show too much of it unless something interesting happens or I want to commentate on something, you know. Now that quests are getting longer, not that these are even particularly long compared to some of the quests in this game, but now they're getting longer, there's not really much point in me commentating over every single second of gameplay. You know, questing is already tedious enough when you have to do it, let alone if you're having to watch someone else do it. Okay, so this is a very special occasion because through this door is our first piece of quest combat yet. He's level 13, I hope I can take him. Okay, this is actually looking more dicey than I was expecting. Oh my god, why does he heal so much? Wait, I might have to go get food to kill this guy. Let me set up some prayers. What's good? This and this and this. Oh, strength ding. Okay, my flicking is very rusty. Oh no, it's gone wrong. Whatever. Whatever, it's worked. We killed him. Alright, so that was the first riveting piece of PVM content for this account. I will remember how to prayer flick. I haven't played this game in like a year. Leave me alone. Okay, so for the next part of this quest, we need to go all the way to bloody Rimington, which is fun. Apparently we can take a boat there, so that's not too bad. This is also kind of a paranoid move, but I don't want to die to any like random jargon on the way there, so I'm just gonna eat some food very quickly. Okay, so here is the boat, and yeah, we can go to Remington. Lovely stuff. I think for a lot of these quests, I'm just gonna keep a little bit of coinage on me at all times, like just in case we need to take ships and stuff like that. You never really know, and since I can't just fly around with teleports like I'm used to, it'd probably be just good practice, you know? Okay, so of course this is where I realised that we could need to go to the bloody Varrock of all places, which is a bit annoying. I'm gonna head back to Ardoyne, because I think it's the quickest way to get to a bank, and go and grab the Chronicle so we can head over there. Okay, we've got our Chronicle, let's head over to Varrock. I can't believe quite how many steps to the Ardoyne Diary I just completely forgot. I just forgot about all of these quests that we need to do. If you wanted proof that I am very inexperienced at RuneScape in general, let alone Ironman, here it is. Okay, now all we have left to do is to head back to West Ardoyne, and once again we're going to use our trusty fishing trawler teleport to get there. This thing is actually a lifesaver. Again, I'd just like to take a second to appreciate quite how trash our fit is right now. Like, Jesus Christ. This is just butters. Like, all up and down, this is a butters outfit. Okay, oh my god, that voice crack. Okay, at long last, we have finished the quest, and we just need to go and talk to the king to finish it up. I can't at all remember the rewards we get from finishing Biohazard, so I'm kind of excited to see if we get any level ups or anything. We're kind of at a point in the game where any XP drop from a quest is going to give us at least one level up. Okay, King Lavus, chat some jargon to me. I'm going to hold down the space key because I'm not that bothered. Okay, so we've come away from this with 1,250 thieving XP as our only XP drop. I don't know if, is that a ding? We're at what, 16? Let's see. Get this chat box out of my way. 19. Okay, so we did get 3 levels. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Okay, so with that done and dusted, it's time we can actually finally do the thing we set out to do and go and get our Ardy Cloak. It's been so long that I've kind of forgotten what we need for it. So let's just, I'm going to boot up in the quest helper and work it all out. Okay, so let's drop these. I don't think we need them anymore. I'm going to keep the priest robes though, because they have a prayer bonus on them that we got on that quest. And I don't know. Might be some niche use case for that at some point, so whatever, we'll keep hold of that. We've also kept our scimitar on us because I would quite like to go and kill some imps in a minute to be able to do, what's it called? Imp capture, that's the one. But for now, let's just go and bang out all of the steps to the Easy Ardoyne Diary. So apparently the first step of this doesn't even involve being in Ardoyne. We've got to run down to Yanel, which is interesting, but let's go do that. Okay, so at least we can apparently use this little agility shortcut right here. Climb on through here. That was a strange animation. Okay, so that is step 1 already finished. Now we need to head out on the fishing trawler, which despite being there so many times from using the minigame teleport, I haven't actually done yet. So let's waddle over there to Port Gazard. Alright, so let's cross the gangplank and go do fishing trawler. I'm not sure what we can do. I think we might be able to just swap worlds or log out, so we don't actually have to play the mini game, because unless you can do it with a scimitar, I'm not going to get too much out of it. Okay, so off we pop on the fishing trawler. So I don't know where it's taking us. Where are you going, big man? Oh god, look how horrible the camera is on this game mode. Okay, so can we just log out and then log back in? Yes, apparently we can. Where on earth are we? Oh, Mint, we're just here. That's a weird... I kind of assumed it would take us back to the port. That's a bit bizarre. Whatever. Okay, I somewhat wish that I had known that the next step is also in Port Gazard, because I would have done that before getting on the fishing trawler. Let's go and quickly have Tyndall Marchant, whoever that is, identify our little rusty swords we went and got earlier. Give sword. Cool, it worked first try. Now we need to head to the Rune Essence Mine with Wizard Crompety. I'm noticing, again, quite a lot of running. I really, really need some agility levels if I'm going to survive on this Ironman. So this spot right here, is where we're actually going to farm imps. There's quite a few about. They keep despawning because I'm walking past them, and this game is old as shit. But there are a few imp spawns just around here near the monastery, and we're just going to sit on them, smack them about a bit until we get all the beads we need for imp catcher. But that we will do once we've gotten this Ardy cape that we've been fiending for at this point. Okay, big man, teleport us down to the mines, please. Thank you very much. How the hell do I leave here again? There's exit signs here. I don't actually remember how you leave this area. I'm gonna absolutely pray that this portal will take us back to Ardoin. I don't know if each portal takes us to a different place. No, okay, it does take us back to Ardoin, thank God. I've really not interacted with rune crafting very much at all. Now I just need to steal a cake. I think on top of the baker is the safe spot. Oh, first try, lovely stuff. Now we get to sell all of this silk that we picked up in Alcarid. I'm hoping we don't have to do it one by one. Oh, we don't. And we made like 1,000 coins. That's cool, I guess. Again, not a ton of money, but I'm sure every little helps. I'm sure we're going to be broke at multiple points in this account, and maybe being 1,000 gold away from bankruptcy is going to be a nice thing. Okay, now we just need to check here. That's done. Lovely. And run across to the... Oh, all the things are getting really close by now, which is really nice. Oh, hold on. I need to lower my prayer points a bit. Let's just stick this bad boy on. There we go. Sorted. I've now got to go and pull the wilderness lever, so let's hope we don't get blown the fuck out by some random PK. Okay, pull the lever. Yes, I am brave. Surely no one's going to be camping here. Oh, hello! Okay, I don't know who that is. He is walking very slowly, but he didn't seem to want the smoke, so that's good. I mean, I don't really have anything I'm too scared of losing, but coming back here and losing my... I guess scimitars, the only thing I care about losing, would be a bit annoying. And last but not least, we just need to pop into the combat camp, and I think that's everything we need for this diary. Sick! Okay, there we go. Let's head on over to 2 Pints and get our cape. It only took me about 2 hours more than I thought it was going to, so that's not too bad. But I'm really going to have to get used to doing things, just doing things in general on an Ironman. I'm not built for this life so far. Okay, and there we go. We finally have our Ardy cloak. That has been a long time coming. Oh, and it has a prayer bonus on it. So this is also now BIS for our back slot for the time being. That's quite sick. Okay, so this lamp we can only use on skills over 30. So that's got to go into agility, surely. I'm not really bothered. All of these are quite easy to train. The ones we already have at 30, so agility is. We get a level out of it? Not quite, but we're close enough. That saved me a good few laps of the Varrock rooftop course, so I am not going to complain. And we finally have the Ardy cloak, which I'm really happy about. I feel like a real proper Iron Man now. So now that means that I can finally head over. Oh, that's a cool animation. I can finally head over and kill these imps that I've been talking about for so long. Here they are. We should hopefully get a not awful amount of strength XP out of doing this as well. We're low enough strength level that just killing these little goobers will maybe get us a level or 2 by the time they drop all the beads we need. Oh, they also drop fiendish ashes, which is nice. And bronze bolts, interesting. Okay, I'm going to pick that up. I don't think we're ever going to use that because I'm going to go for the bone crossbow, but oh, whatever. It might be useful for something. I've also brought up the quest tracker over here so I can keep an eye on what beads we've picked up. Okay, now the real question is how much XP do we get for these fiendish ashes? 10! Okay, that's actually not terrible. We'll probably get a prayer level out of this as well. Maybe 1 or 2. Now, this is the first time in my entire life that I haven't just bought the beads off the Grand Exchange. This is like a cultural moment. I have no idea what a cultural moment means, but yeah, it's one of those, whatever that is. Okay, I wish they'd stop doing that. I don't... You keep teleporting away from me. Oh, level 15 hit points. Very lovely. Oh, and our first bead in the same kill. Lovely stuff. So that's our red bead. That's first of 4. I'm not exactly sure of the drop chance of these beads, but I think we're going to have to be here for a little moment, but hopefully not too long. And there's level 16 prayer just from scattering the ashes, which is always nice. And there's level 15 strength as well. So we just got like 3 levels in 3 KC. That's pretty sick. And a yellow bead. I'm being blessed today on the account. Okay, so it dropped clay this time, which I'm just going to keep hold of because I feel like clay gets used in a quest, maybe? That just seems important to me. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. We'll just have this in the bank for the next 1,000,000 hours. Actually, you know what? How hard can clay be to find? Let's just drop this. I need to I need to stop turning into a hoarder on this account. I'm kind of doing it unintentionally, just worrying about whether or not I'm going to have items for quests later on. Keep thinking that maybe one of these random pieces of junk I pick up will save me a trip somewhere down the line, but whatever. We'll just face tank that if that happens. Oh, a chef's hat. I'm going to keep that for sure. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stick it on my head. This is prime imp killing wear right here. A black bead as well. I feel like I'm going to jinx myself by saying this, but I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten any dupes yet, actually. And on the very next kill, I get a duplicate. Okay, that one dropped the hammer. These guys have a really, really weird drop table. I will say, even though it's just imps, it feels kind of nice to like finally be doing combat again. It's been a long while of just doing Temporos for me so far on this account, so I've just swinging a sword feels quite nice. Ooh, the little bugger teleported away, but we did get level 16 strength, and that also brings us up to level 15 combat, so that's pretty sick. I do plan to skip like most of the early game combat training, or the very early game combat training, by doing Waterfall quest. Naturally, that's a key part of every single, not even Ironman RuneScape account ever, so we will be doing that at some point. These imps teleporting away is quickly becoming one of my least favourite mechanics in the entire game. And halfway through me complaining, they dropped me the white bead. We're finally done with this. I keep saying finally done like it didn't just take me like 8 minutes. It's really not that deep. But we've done it. We've got the beads. Now I suppose it's time to leave Ardoin for a little bit after our adventures over here and go and hand in this quest at the Wizard's Tower. It only took us 28 kills of those little imps to get all of the beads that we need, so I'm quite happy with that, honestly. Just drop this extra black bead because we don't really have any need for that now. And I'm also going to pop up and drop some stuff in the bank to lower our carrying weight a little bit, because why not? Keep forgetting that they've added this like bottom floor, top floor option to these stairs and actually making things slower for myself by right-clicking them. Okay, before we move on, I'm going to quickly see if there's anyone we can sell all of these awful weapons we have to for like 10 gold, maybe total. Let's see. Can we actually sell any of this? 10 coins? 50 coins? 16? That's actually better than I was expecting. It's still not like a ton of gold, but 50 coins for the silver dagger, I will take that. Steel, not silver. I don't know where I even got silver from. Okay, time to start and hand in this imp catcher quest, like, back to back. I kind of love these old ass cutscenes. They're cute to me. And there we go. Already done. I didn't realize we get an amulet of accuracy as well. That's quite nice. We don't actually have any sort of offensive amulets yet. So this at the moment, I guess. And just like that, we're up to level 10 magic, which is pretty sick. Now, I think probably our next step on the account would be to go and buy magic supplies. I think that's what I want to do next. Because if we get a staff and some runes, we can probably, I think, take on the boss of the Grand Tree, which will get our magic level up even more, which would be pretty sick. Okay, so we're at the Ardoin Bank. I can't actually work out what's quicker, walking from the monastery to the Ardoin Bank or the Port Khazad Bank? I've walked up here anyway. And we're going to grab the Chronicle and head to Varrock and make some little deals. While we're in Varrock, I want to run and grab some runes for us to cast whatever our best offensive thing would be right now. I think it'd be Wind Strike, right? I'm going to quickly check if the Black Demon has any elemental weaknesses, because we could abuse that. Let's see. It has a 40% weakness to Water Strike. Okay, we can work with that. I think I can cast Water Strike. I can. Okay, let's hop into Aubrey's shop here and buy some rune packs quickly. I've heard online we need about 200 casts, maybe? I can't remember how much we get in these packs. How much did I just spend, actually? 430. We get 100. Let's just buy 3 of these to be safe. So that's 300 of those, and then what's the other? We need mind runes, okay. Or is that body runes? Yeah, mind runes. So we'll buy, how much do these cost as well? Oh, a bit less. Okay, we'll buy 3 of these as well. Then we're not going to bother with air runes just yet because I'm going to go and buy an air staff, which will be our first elemental staff on the account. So we need to go run up to Zaf. I've never actually bought anything from Zaf before. I have been to him quite a lot to get the free staffs you get as a reward from the Varrock Diary on my main, just as like, you know, the little daily money that you get from it. Don't think I've ever actually purchased anything from him, so let's go do that. All right, run me a staff of there. How much is that going to cost? Oh, 1.5k. That's a bit spenny, but we are definitely going to get some mileage out of that, so that's all good. Now that I think about it, we could go and buy the runes we need for Waterfall Quest while we're here. So let me quickly look at that. Oh, I've already opened in the quest helper. I don't remember doing that sound. I'm basically now gearing up to do both Waterfall Quest and the Grand Tree. I think we can do those kind of close together. They're all in a similar area. I apparently already have 6 air runes in my bank, which we can use for Waterfall Quest, so I won't have to buy any of those, but I do need earth runes and water runes. We do have a lot of water runes already, so I think we've already got more than enough to kill the black demons, so we should be okay just dipping into our stack. And let's just buy a pack of these earth runes. I'm sure we'll find some use for them at some point. I kind of would like to do Tree Gnome Village as well, but I know it's kind of techie to safe spot the Gazard Warlord, so I'm honestly a little bit scared. Maybe we'll save that for in a minute, but having access to the spirit trees would be pretty sick. We're just going to focus on doing the Grand Tree and Waterfall Quest for now. I'm going to bring 3k coins, just, you know, just in case. So I'm going to need a rope for Waterfall Quest. Oh, and I better get my air runes out of the bank. Where are they? There we go. Exactly 6. That's lovely. That is water runes. I'm slow, apparently. Okay, so other than food, I think that's all we need. What is the max hit of the fire giant? Okay, it is a Moss Guardian that we have to look out for, not a fire giant. And he has a max hit of 14, and we have 15 health. So not terrible. We can survive getting smacked upside the head by that guy at least once. So now the only thing I think we really need is food. So let's just bring some food so we can be safe on these quests. Let's bring... why not? Let's just bring a good old bit of salmon. And what do I need for the Grand Tree exactly? Okay, there aren't actually any item requirements. So screw it, let's just add more salmon. Why not? We also might as well put on anything we've got that will give us magic bonuses. So we'll take our little wizard's hat and our amulet of accuracy. And I think we can hold our really awful shield while we hold a staff as well. Yeah, we can. Okay, sick. All right, this is... check it out. This is my best mage gear that I can muster up. Pretty sick. I think I'm going completely overkill on the salmon, but I would really rather be safe than sorry. Okay, so the one last thing I want to bring is the Chronicle, which I already have on me. That's embarrassing. Just so we have a one-click TP in case things ever get hairy. And I think carrying it with me is probably just good practice at this point. So let's go start this waterfall quest. I don't know. Quickest way to get this definitely going to be using my Ardy Cloak. We're already getting some mileage out of this bad boy. Let's head on up. I think once we've done these few quests, it will definitely be an agility training angle. Okay, so here we are at the titular waterfall. We're getting pretty close to being able to start the quest. I've always loved this little house that we come and do this quest at. I'd love to live somewhere like this. It's so cozy. Okay, it's telling me the recommended combat level is 25, but I laugh in the face of recommended levels. We don't care about this. We're 10 short of that. Let's start this bad boy up and get our XP. I don't think we're even going to be using combat for like quite a while on this account. I think I'm going to be leaning on magic and ranged for quite a bit for a lot of the things we do to begin with, but we might as well just get it done while we're here. You've got to do it at the start of an account. It's like mandatory. The second you buy membership, your only thought should be of doing the waterfall quest. That's just RuneScape 101. Okay, now we need to head down to the Tree Gnome Village, and once again, boom, the mileage we're getting out of this Ardy Cloak already. This thing is a lifesaver. See, this is why I'm really excited for this Iron Man series, man. I used to just get the achievement diaries just to have them done and get the rewards you get from them that are like, I don't know, the little money making ones, efficiency ones, stuff like that. You know, I'm playing on an Iron Man. I got this one achievement diary done, and this is like a game changer for my account. Like, this is awesome. I'm I'm so stoked off of this stupid cape that we've got. Honestly, the happiness I feel from what would be little upgrades like this on a main account is like what makes it worth sucking balls at this game mode, you know, while I'm starting out. Okay, so while we're here, we are actually going to start the Tree Gnome Village quest just so we can get out of the maze a little bit faster. These giants look a little bit scary. I don't remember if they're aggroed or not, so I'm gonna get ready to run past. Stick my mouse over the salmon. Okay, hit a 0. Blast. Anyway, as I was saying, we are going to start the Tree Gnome Village quest. I'm not going to do it just yet. I think we will do it soon, though. But I'm going to do it just so we can get the teleport out. Okay, so again, we're going to have to run through some aggressive enemies, but they're all kind of weak, I think. I don't think I have to worry too much. Okay, that's that part of the quest done, and now I'm just going to squeeze on through and start the Tree Gnome Village quest. Okay, I think this is who we have to talk to. Yes, start the Tree Gnome Village quest. And there we go, Alcoy can now guide us out of the maze. Lovely stuff. Now, I kind of forgot about this part of the quest. We need to bank all of our items before we can go to the tomb. I don't know if we actually have to bank them or if we can just drop them, but I think I'd rather not take that risk, so we are just going to go hit the bank in Arduino. Makes me feel kind of stupid for preparing all of this jargon. Okay, let's bank everything. I need to organise this. Exciting times. Okay, with that, we are ready to head into the tomb. Think we've got enough food, perhaps? Not too certain, but you know, you be the judge. Okay, here we go. Into the tomb we go. This is the scary part. This is where we might get shit kicked out of us by a moss giant. Not now, brother. Okay, I think if the skeleton is attacking us, we might be safe. Oh my god, we are not safe. Good job, I ate. Let me eat up again. I'm going to go up to 15 in case I get smacked. You can go away, brother. It's bad timing. Okay, open the chest, get the thingy. There's the chest in the way. I am searching. I have the thing. Oh, the quest helper's bugging. And I need to search the tomb in the west room. Let me heal up to full again because I'm terrified of this moss guardian. Yep, there we go. Oh god, there's another one. Okay, again, I'm eating up to full because I'm scared. Oh my god. This is the scariest experience we've had on the account so far. There we go, we've got the urn as well. I don't know why it keeps telling me to search the chest in the western room. Okay, no, the quest helper is just bugging, so let's run out. Okay, instantly eat that. I know that this is not efficient eating, but I'm scared for my life here. Here we go. Alright, we made it out. And in a very funny change of events, we actually can benefit here from our stupid fishing level that I got from the Temporis grind by entering the fishing guild and using the bank there. Instead of having to run all the way back to Arduino, which is nice. Alright, let's pop inside. There we go. Okay, now we just need to quickly grab the runes we need. I'm just going to stock up on food as well because I'm paranoid. I don't want to die doing this quest because that would feel like such a filter. I don't want to be that big of a noob, you know? Okay, now I vividly remember messing up this quest. I can't remember exactly how you do it, but there's something in the puzzle in the next stage of this quest where I can mess this all up for us, and I'd really prefer not to. So I'm gonna be very cautious doing the rest of this quest. Oh, so I wasn't wrong earlier. There are also fire giants we need to look out for. I wasn't completely wrong. Alright, so here we are, the Room of Pain. This is where I can mess things up. I need to remember not to left click this floating chalice thing. This is the part you can mess up. Do not left click it, just do this. Oh, we did it. We did the waterfall quest. I'm now officially actually a RuneScape player. This is a real account now. Let's see quite how high of a level we get here now. 32 strength and 31 attack. And we advanced 12 combat levels. That's so ridiculous. Hell yeah. That's waterfall quest done. Lovely stuff. And now onwards to the Grand Tree. I forgot my Arduino cloak. I am livid. I'm going to have to walk to a back. Oh. Okay, so it is the next day, bright and early in the morning. And I think I've realised that the fastest thing to do is just to run right over to the Tree Gnome Stronghold. We can use the bank in there without finishing the quest. Okay, so I'm just getting my gear ready to do the Grand Tree, hopefully, but I've just had a thought, and that is we need 6 logs for Tree Gnome Village, which I've decided we are going to do after looking up the safe spot. I do remember how to do it. So we're just going to chop down 6 trees while we're near a bank, because why not? We'll just get that done. Okay, so there we have 6 logs. I'm just going to go put that in the bank for later. We're going to save that. And now we can come grab an inventory of food ready to do this quest. I think the only real danger to us is the Black Demon, in which case that's really not too difficult. We just need to get to the safe spot and wait for quite a while. I'm going to set up my spell now, actually, before I forget. Oh, I might want runes. God. Okay, now we can have our auto spell set up. Cool. Alright, let's go start this quest then and see what we can do. I want to do this quest for the XP offers, but I also would like to do Tree Gnome Village so that we have access to the spirit trees, because that'll be our first proper transport system that we unlock on the account. Okay, so I've been here spamming the dialogue, wondering why the quest isn't working before realizing that I actually need some inventory space. The other thing with finishing this quest in Tree Gnome Village is that we'll have most of the quests we can do at the moment in this area of the map done and dusted. So we can head back kind of towards Lumbridge and Varrock and maybe do some quests there. I'm thinking of doing Witch's House now that we have some combat levels to kill the experiments, because a bit of extra hit points just will probably come in useful. It'll allow me to mess up on these quests and run into high level enemies and that without completely dying, which is nice. I'm also quite interested in getting the requirements for Fairy Tale so we can use the fairy rings, because that'll be pretty helpful. So for the next step of this quest, we have to run all the way back, which is pretty awesome. Oh, let me quickly pray at the altar while I'm here as well. Okay, so we've made it back to the tree and we can keep the quest moving. So this is the second jail we've been in on this account, which is kind of funny. You know, I'll take this minute that we're running over to the Tree Gnome Stronghold again as an opportunity to talk about the goals for this account. So as far as the overall goals for this account is going to be very unfocused, in case you haven't noticed already. We don't really have one singular goal set. This is just a normal Ironman account that I'm going to be playing on, and we're going to try and do a lot of the big goals that any RuneScape account should strive for. You know, we want to get our quest cape. That's the one that we want to get done in the near future, is the quest cape. That's something that I'm going to be working on for a good little while, I'm sure. But that's our main medium to long-term goal on the account. But past that point, I don't have any particular plans. You know, I'd like to max at some point, very far down the line. I'd like to get my first Infernal Cape. Another core element outside of the account of this series is it's going to be me actually getting good at the game. So I would like to learn how to do higher level PVM content, and that includes the raids and also getting the Infernal Cape, the Quiver, all the stuff like that, which is very far down the line, but there will probably eventually be an arc of me actually learning these pieces of content and becoming not a noob. Yeah, so that's the rough idea of the account. We're not really going for any singular goal. We're just going to play the game and try and get some big achievements done over time. Okay, so here we are. We're about to go and fight the Black Demon, and hopefully we can beat it. We just need to safe spot. But by that point, it will just be a question of if we have enough runes to kill the Black Demon with level 10 magic. We are using Water Strike, which is elementally strong against the Black Demon, so hopefully that will give us some extra damage. I'm kind of scared though, I'm kind of on edge. I was half tempted to run back and get the Chronicle from the bank, just so we have a teleport in case things get hairy, but I decided, fuck it. We'll just manage. Go big or go home, you know? So I believe this works as a safe spot. Okay. Then we can attack the Black Demon. Okay, cool. We're all set up. Now we just need to wait for quite a while. Just out of curiosity, how much can this guy max hit if I was to slip out? 16! Not only is that my whole health bar, that's one extra hit point he can max hit. Oh, and a little magic level. Lovely. Okay, at the rate we're doing damage, I don't think we're going to have any problem at all killing this guy with the runes we have, so I'm quite happy about that. We're also going to need runes to kill the enemy in the Tree Gnome Village quest, so I'm quite happy about that. And a little hit points level, very lovely. And then only 2 casts later, we get level 12 magic. And there's level 13 magic, our 3rd magic level from killing this one enemy, which is quite funny. And there we go. That wasn't all too tough. I just need to run through and go talk to the king, and I do believe that's the end of the quest. I kind of forgot about this part. We also need to search the routes. God, there are so many routes down here. Okay, there we go. On, I think, the second to last route it could have been on, we finally got the rock. And just like that, we've completed the Grand Tree. We've got a lovely, lovely little bit of XP here for all of these skills. Let's see what level ups we get. So that got us 3 levels of agility. That's lovely. Some attack levels and 6 magic levels. I'm very happy with this. And also 2 combat levels, but that's less important. Now I'm going to teleport out and start getting ready to do Tree Gnome Village. I think that's what we're going to do next. And then we can finally think about doing something other than questing with the gnomes. I'm not exactly sure what our exact next move is, but I'll work it out. Okay, so this is a bit embarrassing, but after we finished the Grand Tree, I forgot to press record again, having finished the recording at the end of the quest. So I have been doing Tree Gnome Village all this time, and none of it is been recorded at all. But this is the most important part anyway. So we've done Tree Gnome Village now as well, to the point where we can kill the Khazard Warlord, if I'm lucky. We've got our safe spot set up. Now this is kind of a weird safe spot because it involves de-aggroing, but hopefully he won't cause us any issue. We've got our runes ready, we've got some food just in case. Let's do this. Okay, so just like that, we start the fight. So the key to this, we need to stand on this tile. Wait, I can't. Oh, hang on a minute. Left click where available. Okay, there we go. Okay, he despawned. That's not part of the strategy. Okay, let's try that again. So we want to do this. No, don't talk to him. Oh, I have to talk to him again? So we want to run to this line then, because he'll stay aggroed. Then we can walk here and he should Oh, he's not de-aggroing. Have they patched this? Okay, it looks like they've patched this method. Kind of. Maybe we just have to run a bit further. Okay, so it's changed compared to the YouTube video I was watching, but it's still doable. We just need to run back here. Okay, this is a bit sloppy, but it's kind of working. Okay, I'm kind of getting the hang of it now. Okay, so we're slowly but surely chipping away at this guy's health. He pathed really weirdly there, so we actually get another hit. And oh my god, these random events have the worst timing in the world so far on this account. Not now, Beekeeper. Oh shit, hold on. I, for some reason, thought I'd be safe next to that tree. I don't know why I thought that. Oh, level 20 magic. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Kind of in the middle of something here, though. Oh, that was it. We did it. We grabbed the orbs. Bury his bones, because why not? Get that juicy 4 prayer experience. And we've done it. That was the one thing in any of these quests that I was uncertain of my ability to do. Okay, I'm quite chuffed with that. It was very scuffed. I'm sure I could have done that significantly better on a mechanical level, but we've done it. We survived, and that's what matters. Now let's just run back into the maze with good old Elkoy, and I think that's it. We can hand in the quest. All right, sick. We can now use the spirit trees. Cool. That's all I really wanted from this, though. The attack XP is pretty nice. That lets us hit level 41 attack. That's really nice, though, because that means we can now get a rune scimitar whenever we get around to doing that. I think we have to rely on drop tables, which is kind of painful. But we can skip right to rune weapons now. We don't have to worry about adamant or mithril or anything. So that's pretty sick. And we also have combat level 30, which is a very nice round number. So I'm rocking with that. Now, I don't think we need to go anywhere with a spirit tree right now, but let's just do it for the hell of it. Look at this. To be fair, I think we are now going to head down and do Witch's House and Druidic Ritual, I think. They're both in and around Tavali. So we can teleport to the GE, actually. This is the first time we've been to the GE, which feels weird, you know, it's usually one of the first places I come on a new account. This is cool. I've never actually seen how buying bonds works on a Ironman. I have always been curious. So since that last clip, I've been playing off camera quite a bit, just training our cooking skill and getting some of our food done AFK while I edit the rest of this video together. I didn't realise quite how long this was going to end up being, and I also didn't realise quite how much I say okay at the beginning of clips, so I'm really going to try and cut down on that. I am sorry, I'm sure that's been a little bit grating so far. So now we're going to get to work getting all the things we need for Druidic Ritual and Witch's House. First things first is we need some rat meat, so I just killed a little rat here, grab that. We also need some raw chicken, so I'm going to run over to the chicken pen over here. I have no idea where any bear spawns are, like in the surrounding area that we're in right now, so I'll have to figure that out as well, but we can do that. I didn't actually remember that there were cows here as well, so let me kill the cows. I've always gone across the river over here to get cows, so let's kill them and get some raw beef as well while we're here. Okay, so there's some raw beef as well, and now we're just gonna run up and kill some of these chickens. So that's 3 out of 4 meats that we need for this quest. I'm gonna run over just while we're here to Draenor Village though, and quickly pick up some cheese, because we also need cheese for this quest, and I'm pretty sure there's a trader here that we can buy off of. I'm going to have to hit the bank first though, because we don't have cheese money on us at the moment, and also it'd probably be worth picking up our chronicle just to save us walking back to a bank when we're done gathering ingredients. Oh wait, no, it's just a spawn in her house. I misread the wiki apparently. I'm just quickly hopping worlds so we can get 2 of these just in case we mess up the quest and need another piece of cheese. And now I need to work out where we can actually find a bear to kill, so I'm going to have a look on the wiki real quick. So we're back in Varrock because there is a bear spawn to the east of the city, which now I think about it, I can remember from back when I was a free-to-play player trying to do mining, and I was really quite spooked by it, even though I'm pretty sure it's unaggressive. I'm pretty sure we can take a bear with the combat stats that we have now. Feels kind of weird having actually good combat stats because I haven't trained them at all. It's all from the quests we've been doing. I'm also going to stick my attack style on block because we really quite desperately need defense XP more than anything else right now. Okay, so where is this bear? There he is, black bear. Level 19. This should be fine then. Then we have level 5 defense, meaning we can wear steel armor if we happen across any, which is pretty cool. We do have some rune armor in the bank that we got as rewards from Temporos, which I'm really quite excited to put on at some point, but I feel like we're a ways away from fully defense in the present moment. So we've got our raw bear meat now, but it also dropped an ensouled bear head, which I think is fairly rare. I'm not too sure though. I'm just going to head back into Varrock and hit the bank just so we have less carrying weight, and then we're going to head over to Tavali and do these quests. Sadly, I think the fastest way we can get there right now is just to run all the way there from Varrock. So we're just going to have to do that, but that's fine. We're going to grab some combat gear as well, ready to fight the witch's experiment. Also, I've just remembered that Tavali is only just south of Birthrope, and we have 30 marks of grace from the agility training I did earlier in the account. So I'm going to take these up with us to Tavali, and we can pick up some graceful gloves, I think, with 30 points. That's pretty cool. It's not very much, but Lord knows, just a little bit of help with our run energy would be greatly appreciated right now on the account. I think grinding out our agility is going to be the next move I make once we've done these next 2 quests. So hopefully we can start banging out some more sets of graceful. However, the next agility course that we need is the Canathis rooftop course, which means that we are going to have to do the quest to unlock Mauritania before we do anything else. That and the agility grind I'm going to save for episode 2 though, because this video is already a lot longer than I expected it to be. I kept worrying while doing the other quests we've done that once I'd cut down all of the clips into a video, we'd actually have not very much footage, but here we are already an hour into this video, and I'm not even quite done with the things I want done in episode 1. I can't promise every video is going to be quite this long. I'm kind of just going to do a block of content on the game and then turn it into a video is my general plan. I'm sure the formula and the way that I make these videos is going to change significantly in between episodes while I work things out and get better at pretty much everything, because I'm not very good at anything so far on this video making business. So we finally made it to the boy and we can start Witch's house. I'm going to walk and conserve my run energy because I don't know if we have to run at any point during this quest. I think it might be helpful to have run energy for the weird sneak segment that we've got here with the witch that we can kind of get a little prelude to here, looking over the hedge. So I forgot we need leather gloves and face tanked a bit of damage there, but here we go. They have defense bonuses, and these are the first gloves we've gotten, I think. So this, currently. Okay, so we've used the cheese we went and got from Draenor Village, but now I need to do this very janky stealth segment with the witch, so we're just going to do that now. Okay, so I think we're safe to run across the rest of the area now. Hopefully, I'm kind of scared. Okay, cool, we've made it, lovely. Oh, I stopped here to fight the witch's experiment, but I've realised we actually have to go all the way around to the other side of the house, which is a bit annoying. It's not very helpful that the witch keeps going out of my draw distance. I didn't actually know where she was for a good little minute there. I'm just going to wait for her to come all the way down so I can be safe, though. And now hopefully we should be alright to run all the way over to the fountain. Okay, and the witch is just crossing back down this way, so I think we can run all the way up to the shed and just kill the experiment. Okay, so here it is, combat. Hopefully the witch's experiment won't cause us any trouble. We are pretty warm right now, other than our defensive stats. And we've got quite a lot of fairly good food for this point in the account, so hopefully we'll be fine. And just like that, we got defense level 6. It's actually quite insane how quick our XP is going up. I suppose the game isn't really ready for us to have this much strength and attack with these very early defense levels. And now we're getting into the difficult experiments. Level 7 defense. This bear only has a max hit of 4 according to the wiki, so we should be okay. As long as none of these can one-shot me, I'm fairly certain we'll be able to kill them just by sitting and eating our food when needs be, like this. That's dealt with, and now we're on to the 4th and final form of the witch's experiment. This one still only has a max hit of 5, apparently. We also just leveled up something, but I have no idea what. Oh, we are now level 8 defense. Sick. I know we could have safe spotted it, but I kind of felt like just trying to tank it with our newfound combat stats. Besides, I quite want defense levels right now, so getting the XP from doing this has been pretty cool. Level 9 defense. We've got so many dings just out of this one quest. And there we go. That's the last of the witch's experiments killed, and we can grab the ball. We've got salmon to spare as well, in case we need it elsewhere. Now, I'm going to play this very carefully while we wait for the witch to go by. Would kind of suck to have to redo this quest, pretty much. Because that's what happens if the witch catches you. And just like that, I think we're home safe now. Let's go and give this ball to the boy. And that is the quest complete. We get 6k hit points XP. I'm not sure how much that is going to end up being for us right now, but let's find out. 26 hit points. That is quite the increase. Hell yeah. And now all that leaves us to do is go and do Druidic Ritual, which I think is the quest up here. I think this quest is pretty self-explanatory, given that we've already got the meat that we need. So now we just need to put all of the meat we've got into this little cauldron, and that's pretty much the entire quest, I'm pretty sure. Questing in the early game is so insane, you know. We've got level 34 combat already, and we've, like, barely done any combat whatsoever. I think I've killed like less than 100 mobs so far on the account. Alright, just like that, we've handed the meats into Sanfew, and we can pop up to the altar and hand the quest in. Let's just chat to this guy, spacebar through all this dialogue. And there we go, we've unlocked Herb Lore, which is apparently going to be quite a big part of this account if what I've heard from other Ironmen is at all true. That also gives us level 3 Herblore. With that done, the last thing we have to do is head up into Birthrope, grab our graceful gloves, and then I think we're about done for the stuff I want to get done today. If I remember correctly, we just need to head downstairs in this pub and we can find Graceful down there. Or is it just Grace? I can't remember what her name is. I think it's Grace. There she is, Grace herself. Now, I'm fairly certain we can only buy the gloves. Let's have a look. 40 marks of Grace, 30 for the gloves. Obviously, this is all going to be too expensive. The cape is also 40 and the hood is 35. So yeah, graceful gloves, that's all we can buy. Check it out, collection log slot completed. And we've got our little graceful gloves. I mean, they're obviously not going to be super useful, but why not? I thought it'd be fun to pick them up now. Now, at long last, I think it's probably time that I should end out this video. In the next episode, we are going to go do Priest in Peril to unlock Mauritania, go do some agility training, and probably a bunch of other stuff that I haven't even thought of right now. It's been a while since I've done the early game on RuneScape, so there's going to be somewhat of an unraveling thing going on where we're just going to keep finding more and more stuff we want to do back to back. I'm sure the next episode's going to be quite similar to this one in that we're going to end up doing a bunch of different things, hopefully. But for right now, I want to thank you for watching. If you've gotten this far in the video, it means an awful lot to me. If you want to keep up to date with the rest of the series, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you've enjoyed the video, maybe consider leaving me a little like if that's the sort of thing you do, but you know, it's no pressure. I would like to apologize for this video being a bit rough in places, and particularly the start being a nightmare. I'm also well aware that my commentary isn't the best right now. It's not really anything I've done before, this sort of live commentary over gameplay thing, at least not since I made Minecraft videos when I was like 11. Hopefully with time I'll get more familiar with it and get more familiar with video production in general, and this series can slowly get better as it goes on, or at least you'd hope it would, wouldn't you? For now though, take care of yourself, take care of others, and have fun out there. And I hope to see you all again soon. Bye bye.